Next stop on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the second road course race on the tour at Riverside Raceway in Riverside, California. Yes, I know it does not exist anymore, but through the magic of NR 2003, the spirit of Riverside lives on. But we are here today for the running of the Budweiser 400K, as we're set for 13 laps of action on its 2.62 mile racetrack. And here's the the starting lineup for today's racing event. On the pole is Joshua Collard, car 43, the STP Pontiac. He'll start from the pole for today's event. Alongside of him, Jessica Shelton, number 94, the McDonald's Ford. She's already won twice this season. That came in Atlanta and again at the first road course stop on the tour at Sonoma. Row 2 is Keith Batson in car 88, the Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Taurus. He'll be alongside Kyle Matthews, who won the season at Richmond in the DuPont Chevrolet, car number 24. Third row has Charles Sanford in 42, the Bell's Mobility Chevrolet. Charles would like to win it in front of his home state fans in California. He'll be alongside the winner of the season at Dover and again at Darlington. Or he won at Darlington this season as well as California, That is Chris Dollerton in the Power Team Chevrolet. Row number 4 has Cole Deaver, number 3, the GM Goodwin Chevrolet. And he'll be alongside car number 45, Seth Cole, in the 10-10-345 Lucky Dog Pontiac. Row number 5 has car number 25, Johnny Gardner, in the Budweiser Budweiser Chevrolet, car number 25, and Joshua Osborne, number 99, the XMRS Ford. Joshua won it at North Wilkesboro, while Johnny won at Talladega. Row 6 has the Dillons, Dylan Poteet, number 22, and number 2, Dylan Young. Young's with the win race this season. Poteet's won at Bristol. Next row down is Martinsville winner Kev Shearer, number 70, and number 36 and 75, Jesse Turner. Next row down, Jay Jefferson, number 1, and number 71, it's Alex Miller.
What should I add?
Next row down has number 28, Kat Madsen, number 44, Mike Becker.
Anything else?
Next row down has car number 12. It is.
I've added keypads to your shopping list. Anything else?
Next row down has car number 12, Rob Evans, and number 18, Matt Haas. In the winner this season at Rockingham, Rob Evans won this season in the Daytona 500 as well as the 600 at Charlotte. Next row down is Phil Parker, number 5, and number 90, it is Quentin Moore. Then it's number 4, William Brock, and 66 was Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down, Paul Minnick in 77, the Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford, and number 9 will be Sky Collins in the Car 2 Network Ford. Next row down is Henry Sanford, number 55, and number 21, Marcus Sachi. Then Zach Winkle, number 97, on the next row down. He'll be alongside number 40, Nathan Ormond. That's my stupid dog that will not shut up. Next row down has number 26, Ryan Brommer in the Cheerios Ford, and Emmanuel Hartnett, number 11, the Paychecks Ford, car number 11. Next row down has Nathan Hudson, number 31, and number 30, it is Shane Lake starting alongside. Next row down, Julia Sanderson in 16, and number 20, it is Brandon Parker. Next row down has number 33, James Henry in the Skull Classic Ford, and Skull Bandit Chevy, Beside him will be Jordan Lopez in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Next row down has Mitchell Collins in number 10 in the Tide Ford, and he'll be alongside number 23, Adam Flickinger, and starting shotgun to field will be Casey Nanico, and number 7, the Phillips Chevrolet.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
In-car cameras, of course, today will be carried by both of our front row starters, Joshua Collard and Jessica Shelton. We'll both have our in-car cameras in today's event. And our third camera will be lying inside Kyle Matthews' car. That's who I'll be carrying the onboard cameras in today's event. Both Collard and Shelton have won here at Riverside before, and I think so. Here's as we'll come off turn number 9 as the green flag's about to fly, as the Budweiser 400 is underway, and we are racing at Riverside. Side by side going on right here. That's Seth Cole and Cole Deaver going about to drag race their way down the long straightaway here at Riverside as they come down this part of the course. Joshua Collard leading him down, and he'll head into turn number 9 at about 185 miles an hour. And I'll have to muzzle that dog if it don't shut up. As they come off turn number 9. And by the way, I'm not really going to muzzle that dog, but still, it's getting on my nerves. Anyway, Collard leads the first lap here. Shelton second. Third is Matthews. Fourth right now is Dollerton. Fifth is Keith Batson. Sixth right now is Seth Cole. Seventh is Cole Deaver. Eighth, battling for eighth, is Charles Sanford in 42 and 2 of Dylan Young, along with 25 of Johnny Gardner. That's 8th, 9th, and 10th on your screen here. There as Gardner tries to get around Dylan Young for position. They're still side by side. Ford on the low side, Chevy on the high side here as they come through turn number 8. And now Gardner has the low side working to his advantage. Now they're going to drag race down the back stretch. Gardner pulls ahead as he floors the throttle on that Chevrolet as they come down the back stretch. Joshua Osborne now pulls on the low side of Dylan Young. That's for 10th place in the XI Bears Ford, and Gardner and Osborne will fall back behind Young. They'll come off turn number 11 here. Gardner and Young still battling it out here. That's 9th and 10th on your screen again. 11th is Osborne. 12th is Jesse Turner. 13th, Dylan Poteet. Then going 14th is Alex Miller in 71, the best runs he's had in a while in the Dave Marcus special. Then it's Mike Becker 15th. 16th is Kev Shearer. 17th is Matt Haas. Then Jay Jefferson 18th. 19th is Cat Basson, and Phil Parker right now currently runs in 20th in the Kellogg's Cornflake Chevy. Rob Evans right now runs 21st. 22nd is Quentin Moore. 23rd right now is Zachary Fitzwater. 25th, William Brock. No, William Brock is 24th. 25th is Sky Commons. 26th is Marcus Sachi. Then Zach Winkle, Henry Sanford, Nathan Orman, and Paul Minnick, the top 30 at the moment. And there's the rest of the field for you right here. And back to the leaders. It is Joshua Collard still out in front over Jessica Shelton. And apparently my mom is fascinated with the Amazon Alexa, obviously. Riding with Joshua Collard in car number 43. He runs right now as the leader of the moment here as we take a ride inside his Pontiac. He'll head off into turn number 8 right there. Comes on to that long straightaway and watch that and listen and that Pontiac, and he'll floor the throttle on that Pontiac here. Third gear he goes. Now up shifts to fourth. Right here. Under the Champion Spark Plug Bridge. And into turn number 9 at 185 miles per hour, and he'll dip it down to about, looks like 107 going through the middle of turn number 9. He'll gradually floor that throttle as they come up across the start finish line. He'll level it off just a little bit up to about 153 miles per hour. Now hits off into turn number 1, and he'll hit in there at about 151, and now through the S's, as they call it. And now you're riding with Jessica Shelton in number 94. She runs second behind Collard at the moment. Into turn number 8 she goes. And Shelton, remember, Shelton is behind Collard in a bit of a draft here. Let's see how fast she'll go into turn number 9. We saw Collard at 185, heading off into the 9th corner. And she'll go into turn number 9 at 187 miles per hour. So she did catch a sniff of the draft off Collard's Pontiac. As they come off the 9th turn here, Collard completes the 5th lap in the lead here, as we have now 8 laps to go in this race here. Shelton, I think, is probably... Nope, she's actually not the fastest car on the track. That's Seth Collard, 126.016. Matthews remains 3rd. 4th remains Dollarton. 5th is Batson in 88. Seth Cole currently right now runs in 6th position ahead of Cole Deaver and Charles Sanford. Pontiac being chased by 2 Chevrolets. Make that 3 Chevrolets actually, but that's Johnny Gardner right there behind in number 25. Dylan Young right now runs in 10th position. 11th is still Osborne in number 99. He runs in 11th position, just ahead of Jesse Turner as Dylan Young's apparently pulled away, and something is going on in the living room to There you see what's going on. There you see Osborne heading off turn number 9. Jesse Turner just behind him in number 75. He runs 12th position. As Alex Miller's now gotten by Dylan Pote. His 13th position he's taken away. And now Cole Deaver's following in the clutches of Charles Sanford, number 42. That's 7th and 8th and 9th on your screen right there. Seth Cole's starting to pull away from those 3 cars. Deaver was the winner this season at Texas Motor Speedway as he won the Interstate Batteries 500 in that event. Has never won on a road course, believe it or not. His best finish on a road course was a 2nd to Shelton at Watkins Glen a couple seasons back. Kyle Matthews in 24 right now runs in 3rd position right behind Shelton and Collard as they go through turn number 9. Margin for 1st and 2nd, 66 hundredths of a second, and just a little over 1 second from 1st to 3rd at the moment. And Shelton gets a little high on the track right here. Comes Matthews to the low side for the 2nd position. And he'll take it off off the S's here. So Kyle Matthews moves into 2nd place now. Shelton's slipped there, kind of dropped her back just a little bit there. Now she's got Chris Dalton on her back end now in the number 60 car. As we now have a 3-way fight for 2nd place at the moment. Make that maybe possibly a 4-way fight as Batson trying to join in. And there's the Jolly Brit, Joshua Collard, out in front. Car number 1, or car number 43, excuse me. He runs right now in P1 at the moment. trying to bring the Richard Petty colors back to victory lane here this season. Has not yet won a race, I should say, in season 23 at the moment, but he is his car right up there in the field most of the time. Eight laps down and 5 laps remaining here. 1.4 now the margin from first to second. So Collard has opened up a bit of a lead here in that car. Very, very fast. Qualifying on the pole. Was fast and happy hour. Collard's best lap of this race so far, 125.516, as the net, believe it or not, is not among the top 10 fastest laps in this race so far, believe it or not. That is only the That is only the 14th fastest lap in this race so far for Joshua Collard. Cab Shear right now holds the fastest lap of the race at just over 126 miles an hour as they come down through off turn number into turn number 9. Collard brings that car into the turn at the moment. There's Matthews trying to close up in that 24 car. See what the margin is this time by from first to second. Here comes Matthews going by. It's now 1.3 seconds. Shelton is now 1.9. Back later in third position as she tries to hold off the challenge of Chris Dollerton and Keith Batson. Collard bringing him just a little bit slow through that corner here. That's as he brought through the turn at about 52 miles an hour in turn 6, and now you're riding the roof cam of Kyle Matthews' car. Let's see how Kyle drives this track here as we'll be coming up on 3 to go this time by. This will be the completion of the 10th lap. And Matthews will bring the car into turn number 9 at 187 miles per hour. Lets the car drift up high, a little bit high in turn number 9 as he's trying to follow Collard's tire tracks. And the margin now close to 1.19 seconds. So he's closed up about 1/10 of a second a lap, but that's not going to cut it in these last 3 laps. He'll slam on the brakes for turn number 6 as he tries to close up on Collard's car. And down about 52 miles an hour in first gear in turn 6. Now you go back up, now you go uphill, downhill, uphill again. That's turn 8 right there. That's turn 8 right there. He is trying to bring the margin down just a little bit, though. But like I said, 1/10 of a second on a lap is not going to cut it with 3 laps remaining in this race. Unless Collard really slips in the S's, like we saw Shelton do against Matthews. But Collard drove this track plenty smooth at this moment, so we'll see what happens here as he comes off turn number 9. 2 laps to go. And he knocked it down quite a bit, though, down to about... Here, now he knocked it down 2/10, more than 2/10 of a second that lap, down to 0.93 seconds now. And he actually pulled away from Jessica Shelton a little bit for second place. So it appears to be in fact that the top 3 could stay status quo unless something, like I said, unless something goes wrong with any one of those 3 cars in this last lap and a half. But Collard knows he's got to stay steady. He knows one slip and Matthews may be by him. Through turn number, and heading into turn number 9 he goes. Down about 105 miles an hour through the middle of turns. Through the middle of turn number 9, Joshua Collard will see the white flag. He has 1 lap remaining here at Riverside Raceway. And Matthews actually dropped that time by here, 98 hundredths of a second between the first and second place cars, so almost a full second. So Collard trying to keep it smooth, hit his marks, and that's the thing about road racing. You got to have a lot of finesse driving these tracks here. This track not quite as twisty and turny as Rivers as we saw at Sonoma, and this track obviously has a couple of straightaways more than Sonoma, but this track plenty challenging nonetheless. So they have one more road race in the season. Actually, after this, they'll be at Watkins Glen just later on in the season after the Brickyard 400. But heading down off the backstretch and coming into turn number 9, Joshua Collard, number 43, the STP Pontiac, has been smooth as silk all day long in his driving as they come off turn number 9, excuse me. Bleh. And he will do it today here. Joshua Collard wins the Budweiser 400 at Riverside. Kyle Matthews comes home second. Third will go to Shelton. Fourth to Dollarton. And 5th to Keith Batson. And that's how they'll finish here. 6th place to Seth Cole. 7th to Cole Deaver. 8th to Charles Sanford. 9th to Johnny Gardner. And Dylan Young will finish in 10th position. Average speed 124.948 miles an hour. And it's all about the King's car, Johnny Gardner. What am I doing? It's all about the King's cars. Joshua Collard wins here today at Riverside Raceway. His first win, I believe, in quite a while in this series, I think, to be honest. Here. But Kyle Mendes, and don't say Kyle Mendes didn't give him a good run for the money, though, in these last couple of laps, though. He tried all he could do. He tried as best he could, though, but that number 24 car was no match for the King 43. As the race ended here, as you see the cars coming down on pit road. So 15 races are in the books, and Joshua Collard gets his first victory of the season. Kyle Matthews, we mentioned, was second. We gave it the top 10 already. 11th was Joshua Osborne. 12th was Jesse Turner. 13th, Alex Miller. 14th, Dylan Poteet. 15th was Kev Shearer. Matt Haas, Mike Becker, Kat Batson, Jay Jefferson, and Bill Parker was the top 20 in today's event. As we look at the rest of the finishers here. In this race here, William Brock obviously had something go wrong with his car late in the going, and he had fallen back to last place there. Brock was actually running top 25 before all this here, so the veterans all knew how to road race here today at Riverside Raceway, and coming out the victor was Joshua Collard as he gets his first victory of the season. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got interesting gaming videos, whatever president of the NNSCRA set goals desires for his channel. And be sure to check out our Cavalcada series, including the Budweiser All Pro series from Michael Norman, which is in its final season this sadly, unless Norman changes his mind. But we'll just have to wait and see. And let's not forget also Seth Cole's Duracell Cup series is also in full swing. And also check out Levi McIntyre's Marvel Studios Cup Series, which is on his own channel, Thrash Maniac 99. Be sure to subscribe to that channel as well. And we hear it's plenty good. So that will do it today at Riverside Raceway. Congratulations again to Joshua Collard, the winner of the Budweiser 400. And we'll see. For now, this is James Qualls in production of the NNSCRA. Off on racing at its best. We will see you at Pocono.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?